Hi, I'm Chris. Today there's a new Unprocessed song that is out, and it happens to feature two members of Polyphia. And both of these bands are among my favorite right now, and putting Tim Henson in an unprocessed song sounds like an unbelievably good idea to me. And my capacity for disappointment for this is just so high, because I'm almost unhealthily excited for what this might end up being like. So without any further ado, we're going to do a reaction to this song titled Real by Unprocessed, featuring Tim Henson and Clay Gober, the bassist of Polyphia. And yeah, so we're going to give this a listen in 3, 2, 1.
Don't you think this shit's getting too real? Don't you know the terms of your own deal? Don't you think we both need time to heal? You don't have a glimpse of how I feel. Try softly when I let you come near. Get off me if you don't know how I hear your words. In me, you might think those are small steps on the way. We are so close, your waves are crashing in my bay. You shake me in my dreams. We are blurred, we keep fading, it feels so absurd. Don't you dare say a word, we are blurred. We keep fading, it feels so absurd. Don't you dare say a word. Don't you dare say a word. Say a word. Don't you think this shit's getting too real? Don't you know the terms of your own deal? Don't you think we both need time to heal? You don't have a glimpse of how I feel. Don't you think this shit's getting too real? Don't you know the terms of your own deal? Don't you think we both need time to heal? You don't have a glimpse of how I feel.
Okay. So that was really good. It wasn't exactly what I was expecting. I thought that it might be a little bit wilder and more unconventional than that, but I still thought that it was really excellent, for a couple of reasons. One of which is simply that on the last Polyphia album as well as the EP that preceded it. So The Most Hated, and then New Levels, New Devils. I think that Polyphia significantly improved their music, and a lot of what had to do with that was that they managed to apply this virtuosic technique to music that, in its structure and in some of the more EDM elements and things like that, sort of just sounds like pop music. Now, I'm not in any way suggesting that pop music is superior to any other kind of music, or that any type of music is superior to any other, but it just happens to turn out that the very groovy, virtuosic technique of Tim Henson and Scott LaPlage lends itself very, very well to more conventional pop structures and music that resembles pop music, EDM, etc. And there was definitely some of that present on this track, which wasn't what I really expected from an unprocessed track, which, while it vacillates fairly wildly in terms of tone as well as extremity, this seemed almost unusually reeled back. And maybe I haven't, dug enough into their catalog, but it did seem unusually reeled back to me, but not at all in a bad way, because I felt that when, both in the sections when Clay was playing bass, which those bass lines were just so good, and then when Tim came in with those apparently newly acquired thumping techniques that I think he actually learned from Tosin Abasi, which is pretty awesome. All of it lended itself extremely well to the somewhat more reserved, measured, pop-friendly structure that this song was taking. And yeah, I'm not disappointed in that at all, which is definitely a good thing, because it's not what I expected, but I wasn't disappointed, which I think is probably the best possible outcome for listening to new music, because you go into something and you don't want to get exactly what you want, because that's not particularly rewarding, but you also don't want to be let down, especially when a couple of your favorite bands happen to do a collaboration like this. So yeah, that was that was really something, and this raises a larger question about, at least to my mind, this raises a larger question about the fusion of metal into pop music and rap music at large. I know that Finn McKenty recently did a video about this very subject, and it's something that he actually talks about quite often. And who knows, if I get into the business of doing video essays, I might do something about this myself, but it's something that I'm a fan of, and this song is something I'm a fan of. And thank you for joining me and listening to it. And so, have a good week. See ya.